Okay, well, we know that, but what do you see in a year's time?
A year's time, I'm going to say, anyone listening to this, like, I will be the face of Perth, but this motion will be the face of Perth.
I saw this thing, it was like, what is the price you're willing to pay to get that thing?
It can feel lonely as fuck, man, when you're trying to chase a dream.
I felt very alone at school. I felt like no one understood me at school.
It's fucking scary, bro. I think my main thing, though, is having events. What's next for Motion?
Go on, tell us.
Alrighty, welcome to the Motion Podcast with Miles and Malia. What a journey to make this stuff happen.
Crazy.
It's been 2 months.
2 months.
We originally had the idea.
Fucking around.
Yeah, bloody hell. What a way to start this off. We had to build this room from literally nothing.
We literally wanted to just like, what, a month ago?
2 months ago almost.
No, but like, after getting the equipment.
Yeah, all the equipment, the walls, doing all the walls, the lighting. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, I remember one time I just called you. I was at work. I'm a little Domino's. I called you. I was like, you know what, you're all in on this podcast? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's send it. And then we just like went to DigiDirect and blew like
10 grand.
9 crap. It's so expensive. But anyways, I'm Miles and this is Malia. We own Motion. It's a clothing brand and also a podcast. And it's kind of an overall brand, I guess, with everything. YouTube, podcast, and clothing brand. It's just, I guess, a bit of a movement, I guess. So
Yeah, it'll be just about like everything.
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
it's literally built for people that live with purpose and want more out of their life and don't just settle for the average thing and actually have goals and go to it. But yeah, anyways, introduce yourself so everyone knows who you are.
I don't know, where did we start?
Start from day one.
When I was born.
Yeah, when you were born. What do you remember?
What I remember,
Yeah, what year were you born?
I was born 2005
So you are 19.
in July. I'm a Cancer. Any of my Cancerians out there?
Right.
My,
Jesus Christ.
what do they call it? My astrology girls.
Yeah, I know.
19 years old. Was born here in Mandurah. And that's basically it. I've literally lived here my whole life. Haven't really moved or changed anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally, I don't even think I've been to... Oh, no, I've been to Bali.
You've been,
That's
that's it. Bali's the only international country you went to. And you went there?
No, I
and
haven't even been anywhere else outside WA.
That's it, just Bali.
That's it, Bali.
And came back and got sick.
Came back,
belly.
got sick. And
Everyone gets Bali belly when they
yeah,
go to Bali.
I know. Then all of a sudden...
I don't know why everyone goes there. But anyways, what got you into fitness? What made you transition to fitness? And you were young, hey? 15.
14.
Started tracking macros at 14 years
Yeah,
old.
I was tracking macros at 14. So I really wanted to compete. And my mum saw this ad on Facebook for this company. So like M Theory Fitness. I saw an advert for M Theory Fitness. So I went there, did 6 months of nutrition with my coach Ree. Shout out Coach Ree. Shout out Mentor Ree. So she mentored me for 6 months. And I was like, cool. I really enjoyed it. Got pretty lean, got pretty shredded. I was pretty happy, and I was like, you know what, I've done 6 months of nutrition and stuff. I just thought I'd just do it on my own. Got pretty heavy into the gym. I was training like 6 days a week, probably for like 2 hours every day.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Pretty hectic. You got obsessed with it.
Yeah, I was doing like basketball, strength training, running. I was doing a lot.
Yeah. And then you were like lean as fuck. What did you get called at school? Quadzilla?
Quadzilla.
Got called
Literally walk
Quadzilla.
around at school and everyone was like, how'd you do it? And I was like, mate, you're literally making fun of me like 6 months ago.
Yeah, I know.
And now you want to be like my best friend.
That's what it is with everything.
But that's why you just got to like do your own thing, because it's like a vision. Like you say, like with the brand, people don't believe in you. Or like people with prep, they don't believe in you. And then
But you also shouldn't expect anyone to believe in you because no one's going to see your vision. The only person that has your vision is you. That's why it's like you cannot rely on external people and external sources of what's called validation to validate where you're going in life. It's like, if you're like, okay, I want to do this, then go do it. Start having motion towards that. And that's what, I guess this brand is also a thing, because it's like, if you have motion towards anything in life, if you have motion towards a physique every day, like you started off, everyone's like, oh, you know, like, oh, you're not going to do it. You know, what is this? 6 months later of consistency.
Yeah.
Now, bang, everyone's like, oh, how'd you do it? How'd you do it? How'd you do it?
Oh, you got so lucky.
Yeah, so that's why I like this brand and this like, and the name and motion and like what it stands for, like slow motion is motion, is because it literally applies to anything.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what you do. Whether it's like you want a job promotion, you work hard, prove yourself, you're going to get a job promotion. You want to own a business, same thing. It's always the same thing. It's just slow motion every day towards the goal.
Right, let's not get distracted.
But no, I was just like, you know.
But what, okay, so How old are you? When were you born?
Oh, it's my turn now.
Yeah. The
camera's
mic's
me.
on you.
The mic's on me. So, born 2003, October 25th.
What?
2003, bro. I'm
You're
old.
old.
It's 2005. What are you talking about?
You're dating a minor.
Oh my god. Here we go. Now I'm gonna get sued. I'm gonna get sued. No, but I was born 2003, October 25th. Pretty much my whole life. I originally was born here, then moved over to England and Scotland for 4 years. Hated it there. And then came back here, just begged to come back here. Lived in Secret Harbour and then moved to Mandurah. And I guess I've been here since.
How long did you live in Scotland?
4 years.
Oh,
Yeah, it's shit.
cold.
Anyone, if you listening to this podcast and you lived in England or you've been there, it's shit. If you live there, if you go there for a holiday, you probably think it's alright, but it's like anything, you know, like you think that it's amazing, but living there is one thing. I mean, going there for a holiday is one thing, but then living there is like a whole nother thing.
So you were there for a holiday?
No, I was there for 4 years.
No, but you were before that. You were there for a holiday and then you moved back there?
No, my mum's dad died pretty much, so we had to go over there to like
Oh, right.
comfort my mum's mum, basically, because she was alone.
For 4 years.
Yeah, for 4 years. And so that's why we moved over there.
Did you all want to move back here then? Or was it just you?
It was just me. Every single night, literally every single night, I'd say to my dad, when are we moving to Australia? Every single night. Literally,
Wow.
every night. And like, yeah, that's why like I have so much respect for my parents, because they were like in a hell shit position when they were there. And then they basically did everything they can to move back over here because it's what I wanted. And obviously they wanted it as well. They wouldn't do it without.
Well, they didn't want it, but you wanted it.
No, they did. But like I was like a driver because I was
Yeah.
like there. You know,
You were
your
pushing it
sons.
every single night.
Every night, every single night. I
What
literally.
about Aaron? Did he want to move?
He was like 1. He was born there. So he was like, couldn't even talk yet.
Yeah, fair.
Basically, he probably won't even remember England and Scotland that much. He's obviously been there back there since, but yeah, basically, lived in Scotland for 4 years, came over here. I think I was very lost in life, pretty much until I was about 19, the whole way.
Yeah.
Like my whole life from when I was really young. I guess the people I've been surrounded by were very, like, I don't know, like knocked my confidence a lot. Like I played soccer and I was decently good at soccer. I was very good, but I just had no confidence. Like I genuinely think if I had the mindset I had now and I played soccer then, I probably would be, but I think I would be professional. But I had no confidence. I never did. Because I always like, all my friends were always like, I don't know, my closest people to me were always like very not supportive of what I did.
So that's like why you stopped.
And that's why I had no confidence. I had nothing. And then
Yeah.
obviously what got me into fitness was having no confidence. Like you reach rock bottom,
Yeah.
that the only way out is to find another route. Like
Yeah.
I was eating KFC 2-3 times a day, mate. Like I was going playing Fortnite all day, and I was like eating KFC all the time and just like eating Domino's, like doing dumb stuff. Which it's not fine. It's alright to do it, but it's not when you're doing it like
Every single
like I was
day.
actually doing it 2-3 times a day. Like, and it was like
How much do you reckon you'd spend a week?
all my paycheck on food and stuff every day from the canteen. Then I remember it was like year 12 and I used to be called Meatball. That was my name in school. I didn't really care. It didn't really bother me, but I was just like,
So you were Meatball and I was Quadzilla.
yeah. So I was fat and you were ripped. But yeah, everyone just called me Meatball. It didn't really bother me. But then I was like, you know what? Like, I just want to.
And that was your leavers jacket.
Yeah. But I guess like the reason I started, it always starts from one thing, you know? You get screwed over by a girl and then you're like, it makes you realize like, what the fuck? Like, who am I? And then
Yeah.
you really look deep in yourself. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. I want to go to the gym. Just got obsessed with it. And then ever since then, I remember in year 12 was my first year in gym. And I said to like all my mates, I was like, I'm not going to eat from the canteen once this whole year. I didn't the whole year. Chicken and rice every day, same food every single day. I just went from nothing to everything, kind of like you. Just flipped
But yeah.
all at once.
Yours was all or nothing. I guess mine was like all or nothing too. I
Yeah.
didn't like, yeah.
I think
pretty
we
bad.
both have that trait. When we say we're going to do, like when we're going to do something, it's just all or nothing. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
It's
or
just,
it's like, what's the point?
yeah, what's
But
the point?
like, it's just like now it's a lot different. But back then it was very to the
Yeah.
gram, macro, like very, I wouldn't even go out to eat.
I'm kind
very-
of still like that a bit, I'd say.
Yeah.
But not too bad.
Not to the
I'm
point where you bring your meal prep
No.
to restaurants.
And never eat out with my
I would
family.
never. Family dinners, bring meal prep everywhere.
It's like you're on prep, but 24/7.
I was on prep for like 3 years basically.
Yeah, basically. But
But
yeah, starting the gym was the best thing I ever did because it was the
Yeah.
first thing that proved to me, oh shit, if you put work in, you'll get a result. You just have to do it for a period of time to get that result. And it's like, that's what gave me a little bit of confidence. And also, like, as stupid as it sounds, what gave me like the most confidence to like go hard in life was realize everything that I've wanted to do in life, I've pretty much done. Like, you know, like as stupid as it sounds, like when I was playing Fortnite, I was obsessed with it. Everything I got obsessed with, I got very, very good at.
Yeah.
Like scooters, I was like, you know, like almost top in WA, like top 5. I got obsessed with it and got good at it. And then it's like, same with like Fortnite, same with soccer. And I was like, fuck, I can do anything. Like you literally can. If you become like obsessed with it, you're going to do anything. And it was the same with you in the gym. Like, you know, 15 years old, you go from like where you were at and then bang, 6 months later because you're obsessed with it.
But you can change your whole life in 6 months.
Oh, 100%. My whole year's changed from the start of this year to now. Start of this year, we only just met.
Yeah.
Literally. Start of this year, we only just met.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. How did we meet?
KFC.
KFC date. I took it to Domino's.
You were at the KFC canteen and I was like, wow.
I took it to Domino's and force fed her a pizza.
We went 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
A day.
So how did we meet?
How did we start talking, or how do we?
You replied to my... Oh, no, you messaged me or something.
I don't know.
No, I messaged you.
I saw your stories a lot.
And I saw
you were liking my stories quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy's from Mandurah. And I don't know why, but like I was like, I don't know, there's something was like very drawn.
It was the same with me. As soon as I saw one video, remember I told you? That one, like...
The Drake one?
Yeah, the TikTok. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh my God, who's this? And I was just like instantly, like, I was never
Because it was
like
Mandurah. It was like a photo of Mandurah or something. And
it was
I
the
was
video
like...
of the bridge, yeah.
And I was in Mandurah.
And
then
like,
you post something in Wales and I was like, he's from Mandurah.
Yeah.
And then you post something on your story like, what's your favourite workout or something.
Yeah. And then you like put...
We found the original message like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, you put back and... you put back and shoulders. And I like... And then after that... It was just literally
essay after essay for like...
Bro,
oh, wait,
it was crazy. It was like full paragraphs, man.
Every day for like, what, 5 months?
6 months, 7 months.
Oh, no. No. Like probably like 8 months.
Yeah, it was like your whole... We literally talked every single day on Instagram but never met up because you were in prep and you were like, your prep was horrible. And I knew that because I was like the only person that she talked to in no prep. So I knew like how bad it was and I was like, oh shit, like I can't meet up with this chick. Like it's just not going to work. I need to wait.
It would not have been the best experience for either of us.
I knew it wasn't. That's why I left it. And I kind of like, literally, I timed it. I literally waited.
No.
Yes, I timed it.
You stopped talking to me, mate.
Yeah, because I was like, it's going to die out. But yeah, I basically timed it with you. And I was like, I know you're in prep. I know you're struggling like hell bad. Like I need to time this right. Because I literally had a feeling like you did. Like this is going to work. I just had a weird like... thing like I know this is gonna work. I never felt like that about someone before. I've never dated someone. She's literally the first person I've ever dated, and I'm 21. Like I was so like I was just a little hookup warrior when I was in high school.
Hookup warrior.
Yeah, I just hooked up with people. I was stupid. I was dumb in school, man. Like I wasn't switched on like you in school. I was just like mucking around, toying around, doing things. But
just too good.
Yeah, I just stopped talking to you, and then I messaged you in the new year again, but like December.
Yeah, that was a very weird period.
I just messaged you and then literally within 2 because I messaged you, I was like, okay, I'm gonna hang out with her now. In 2 weeks we hung out.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, I'm gonna hang out with her now. Like
I was just so confused.
It's just no, it was because when you told me like I now got a reverse diet and I was like,
no, but we talked about this as well. We've spoken about it. Like we're just like both felt very like we were like, no, we need to see each other.
Yeah, but we
were just like, no, there's something.
We just knew.
Yeah, I was like, that's not the end of it. There was like
no. I knew the whole time that we stopped talking. I just knew there was like there's a little bit something still there. I could still feel it. I could talk to any girl I wanted to, and I just would never feel like anything at all. Like I just was just like Malia. It was always in the back of my mind. But I always knew I was going to message you again, and then I did, and we hung out in like 2 weeks. Like,
yeah, and then it was like when we hung out, it was like we already met.
Now, yeah, it was instant.
It was like instantly, and I was like,
no, nothing.
Yeah.
And we trained legs, and I made you fail on squats.
Oh yeah.
On your second set, I was like, go again, and you failed. And that's what we did. We hung out and did legs for the first time at Gold's, and I made her fail on squats and literally like full die.
I like died. I had like.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty embarrassing from my behalf.
Yeah, but that is our story and how we met.
That is basically how we met, and then
yeah, it was just.
And then you started prep.
You made
literally you started prep like.
Pretty much
like away. Literally straight away in our relationship.
Yeah, like this is now we're only literally because we barely went. We went on 1 2
yeah,
2 days.
We're at the beach, and you were like, "I'm starting prep now."
Yeah, and it was like 3 or 4. We weren't dating like 5 weeks into hanging out because as soon as we saw each other, we hung out every week. Okay. It was just every single week, and we hung out.
Yeah, and we haven't not hung out since then.
Yeah, and you were like, I was like, who do I go to for coaching? And you're like, go to Ryan, and I was like, I went to Ryan, but I was like very skeptical because everyone went to Pumped, and I was like, I don't want to But that was my mindset. I was just so like, I didn't understand it. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, where everyone else goes means like, that it's just like to them, they're just like, oh, like quantity. They just want heaps of people. And I was like, I want to go to someone that actually cares. But then I like met Ryan. And I was like, no, he's good. Like,
Yeah, he's good.
that's why I went to Ryan. But yeah, I would literally just jump straight into a prep instantly.
Yeah. So that was like, what, 8 months of prep?
Yeah.
It's the same as me. Our mum was like 8 months.
And now I'm out of prep, like almost 8-9 weeks now. And only now am I just feeling like I used to again.
Yeah.
And I'm 4 kilos, 3.5 kilos, 4 kilos up from stage weight. And only
Which is
now,
like nothing.
yeah, only now am I just starting to feel like normal, not food focused, not all this. Like I can actually function and work hard in the business. That's why 2025 motion, I'm going crazy, bro. There's so much more planned. I remember when we were hyping it up. Remember we were hyping it like very, very early. We're like hyping it and everyone's like, what's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm like, just wait. Just wait until
it's very hard to like not say anything. Because you want to, but you don't at the same time because it's like, you don't know if it's going to work. Or like you obviously, you know, like your vision, but telling it is another thing.
You don't want to say it and then not do it.
Exactly.
That's my thing. Like I hate people that are like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then they don't do it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I will never be like that. That's why people would ask me like, what are you doing? I'm like, just wait. You'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not.
Like there's so much I want to do, but like I just don't want to say it because it's just like,
It's
there's
not
no
been done
point.
yet. Yeah.
And there's no point putting that much like, and then you say it if like you got pressure on you to do the thing because you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like asking you about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like same thing. Like as soon as I tell people about you, what's everyone asking me every time I see them? How's Miles?
Yeah, exactly.
like-
It's just like, so you need to be prepared for people to ask you about it when you say it. That's why I'm a big believer in just let your actions speak. Don't do
Yeah.
stuff. Don't say you're going to do stuff and not do it. Just like, if you're going to do something, do it. And if you're not, like, just don't say it until you've done it. Like,
Yeah.
don't talk about something until you've done it, basically.
Yeah. And then everyone's like, oh shit,
Yeah.
fuck.
But yeah, so what is motion, actually? I want to explain
okay.
to everyone, what is motion?
Okay, do you want to maybe you say, because you came up with the name,
Yeah, I originally
So
came
do
up
you-
with motion.
do you want to say how you figured that out? Or came
I just wanted to start a clothing brand that started with M because I think M just looks so good. And then I heard the word motion and I was like, holy shit, motion's like,
such a good
that's
name.
a good name. Like it looks so clean. And then I was like, I needs to have like a motive behind it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, for marketing context, I need to find some reason. Why do people want to invest in motion? Like, why do they want to? I need to make it feel like they're a part of it. Like, because it's like, when you're making, if you guys are listening to this and you want to make a brand, you want to do something, you have to make it resonate with people.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's problems in my life?
Yeah.
Like, I was very insecure. I was like, I didn't know the way to success. I wanted to achieve success. I didn't know what the blueprint was. And then I heard this thing where it was like, slow motion is better than no motion. That was the original like quote that I had. And I'm like, fuck, that's so good. Like, slow motion is better than no motion. And I was like, yes, like I've got it. But I was like, it's too long. Like, it's like, it needs to be shorter and sharper and more to the point. So
Yeah.
people like feel resonated with it. Because I think everyone can resonate with slow motion as motion. Because like I said at the start, it's like, it can mean anything. It can mean working towards like a promotion, working towards a business, working towards your physique. Anything in life you want to achieve, if you have motion towards it, you achieve it. Like, or slow motion every day towards it, you achieve it. And then I remember we're walking, it was in prep. And we're walking, and this was originally when Amelia came to me and she's like, I'm lost, I don't really know what to do. Like, I kind of want to... Well, you weren't lost, but you were like...
No, you messaged me.
No, you were, because you were like, I don't know what to name my coaching.
Oh,
I don't know
right.
what to name...
So I went to Dylan because I was like spiraling. I was like, I need to have like a coaching platform. I need to do this. And
So basically, you were going to open up a business, and it didn't
I was
work.
going to open...
No, but you can talk about it, because that's what happened. It's not a lie. You were going to open up a business. It didn't work out, like, with a business partner. Like, it just didn't work out. It's just not something that was, like, meant to be, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you were like, oh my God, I need to make a bit, like, you, like, literally went into this, like, big spiral. And you just jumped and, like, paid for a business mentor and just
Yeah, I just
leaped
paid
into
for a
it.
business mentor. I just went straight to Dylan. And then I was like so overwhelmed. I was like, what the fuck did I just do? But I was like ready for it. Like, not really. But I was like, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. And then you were messaging me. You sent me a voice message and you were like, I don't know what you said.
No, it's just like, we got the same dreams, same
Yeah,
aspirations,
we
same
said-
everything.
yeah.
Like, just come with me and do motion. Because I already had motion in my head.
But
And I
then we're
already
just
had...
like, how do we not think of that before?
Well, I was not going to do it because I didn't believe you were fully into it. Like, I'm not going to go into business with someone. I'm like, okay, they're not fully into it. But then I saw you jump at like the thing. I'm like, okay, like she's actually serious. I was like, cool. Like,
but even when we first started messaging, we were like, we want to do this, we want to do that, and we had like,
yeah, it was like clothing
literally
brand,
the same.
I want to have a good community. I want to have
vision.
this. Yeah.
Like I wanted to do it, but I had no idea how to do it.
Yeah. Well, then that's it. And then we were together and we were like already like with my business mentor talking about like how we're going to build all this stuff up, like how we're going to provide as much value to the people as possible and like actually have a message behind our brand and like have some sort of motive. So when someone wears motion or thinks of motion, it provokes a certain emotion, which is like go after stuff. Yeah. And that's why, like, again, our thing is we are built for people that live with purpose. And it was like, you know what I mean? We both embody that lifestyle as well. So it was like, you kind of came on with me and then we're like, okay, we need to shorten. I remember you said to me like, that slogan's too long.
Yeah.
Slow motion is motion is better than no motion.
Yeah. And I was like, this doesn't sound right. Like something didn't click with it. And then I think we were like pretty quiet for like a few minutes and I said it and you were like, that's it.
I remember I didn't shut the fuck up about it. I was like, holy shit, Malia. I was like, no way. I'm like, that's it. And I just kept saying it the whole car.
And I was like, write it down.
I wrote it in my notes straight away. I was like, 40 minutes. I cannot forget this. This is it. This is what it is. And then it just clicked. And ever since then, it was just like,
go.
Every week. Every week. And the good thing is, we've literally documented it all on YouTube. Yeah. And this is what I said as well. It's like, this is the best thing about it. Yeah. You look at my first ever YouTube video, bro, we didn't even know we were going to do a podcast. 8 weeks ago.
No shit.
We didn't know how to design. Yeah. We didn't have a supplier. We didn't even know how to market properly. We didn't have any plan. And in 8 weeks with having motion in our life, like we've literally like completely changed our life in 8 weeks.
But it's not even just like about motion. It's just like the steps that we took.
That's what I mean.
Like it's literally like this progress, like every episode that you've done has gotten better. Even 4 episodes of what I've done.
From then to now.
From then to now, everything's changed.
And that's why I love documenting it as well.
Yeah, I just can't, like in literally 4 weeks. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what my first one was about.
Your first one was like before we even decided our launch date, before we had any clothes. We literally
didn't even order these shirts yet.
No, because remember I was on the phone, I was like, we need to get the ball rolling, we need to start now. Like we need to get this out before the new year. And I remember in the video, I was saying to you on the phone, I'm like, I'm sick of waiting around, like we need to find someone. And then we found someone then. But that's what I mean, like that is what... Like why I love YouTube so much is like you can literally go look back, bro. We were clueless, man.
Even your first video was us
in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember I said in that video as well, I was like, we're gonna look back at this and be like, wow.
Yeah.
Like what the hell? And I guarantee we're gonna look back at this podcast in another 8 weeks and be like,
what
wow.
The fuck?
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what it is when you're going and going and going and going. Bang. That's what happens. Like stuff will eventually happen, but it's fucking scary, bro. Like.
And it's like, it's not even, anyone can do it.
No one, like anyone listening to this right now, you are no different to Ronaldo, Bill Gates, or any of these people.
You're no different to me or you sitting here.
No way, you're no different to Adam Sullivan. Everyone knows him. Little Cunny's bloke. Yeah. No one is different to him. He says it himself, right? No one is different. The only reason he is where he is because he's done the right things every day to get to that like position in his life.
Motion.
That's literally add motion. That's it.
Literally add momentum.
And yeah, that's it every day. And he, like he says in his stuff. And that's why, again, like if you listen to every successful person's podcast, the one thing that they do is just not give up. Yeah. So anyone listening to this, if you don't give up at something, you can't fail.
It's anything.
You only fail, like actually fail when you like stop trying. Yeah. Failure will literally just teach you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Like you fuck up.
Well, you just learn.
Yeah.
You're just learning.
That's what it is. It's just a lesson.
And then everyone's like, oh my God. People who fail, they think like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. And then they don't try. Or it's like, imagine...
But it's because of school,
but like,
man.
can you live with the failure? Like, if someone... Let's say you wanted to open up and like, I don't know, what business would you want to open up? Like a
clothing brand. Literally of motion.
If you open up a clothing brand and then someone said, oh, why'd you stop? Would you deep down feel proud of yourself to be like, I stopped because of this. I stopped because I failed one time.
Yeah.
Would you feel good sitting here and saying that to someone?
Yeah, exactly. No way.
Or would you rather tell someone, I failed at this and I got back up and I tried again and I was successful?
And then that's why people were like, oh, that's inspirational.
Yeah. But then you failed and you're like, oh, they didn't even try.
Yeah. Well, they just left it. Like,
yeah.
That your capacity in life and where you go in life is based off like how good you are dealing with setbacks. Like the better you are dealing with pain and setbacks is the further you'll go.
Yeah.
Because everything is a sacrifice. You have to sacrifice something to get there. There's a reason why no one has it, like has gotten this or gotten that, because it takes a lot to get it. Same with abs, right? Everything in life with abs, like I'm literally going to like relate it to abs, right? Abs are cool because not everyone has it.
I saw this thing. It was like, what is the price you're willing to pay to get that thing?
Exactly. And that's what will determine your outcome.
Yeah.
I bring it back to abs because it's so everyone can understand it, right? If you got abs, right, it's a visual representation that you are disciplined in an area in your life. That's why it's respected. You are always praised of like you.
But then it's like it's also put on a pedestal a bit.
It is, but it's like, okay, let me put it this way: you are praised for stuff like you are praised for the work you do in silence. What you work on in silence when no one else sees, that's what you're praised for.
Yeah.
Like think about it: if you go to the gym, you're eating healthy. No one sees me eating healthy. No one sees me tracking food.
No.
Or no one sees Arnold Schwarzenegger tracking food, doing all these things, going to the gym. But he's praised for that. Like the things you are praised for in life are the things that you work on in silence that no one else sees. Like that's what it is. Like you don't just wake up one day and you look insane, or you don't just wake up one day and have like a business or something like that. Like your success is directly correlated to what you're, like you said, what you're willing to sacrifice. That's it. That's all it comes down to. What you're willing to sacrifice is what you'll get in return.
New level, new devil.
Okay.
It's true. Like yeah, it's just like I don't know, just like this year's been like so like testing.
I think next year would be big test.
Yeah, everything, or like even just setting up this podcast, like seriously, everything we've gone to do has just been like a big pushback or like a big like setback. And we could have done that and been like, oh, let's not do it anymore because it's just too hard.
It took us 2 months of like every week, like doing stuff, and doing like putting these walls up. It took me 2 whole days. But yeah, I just want to talk about why we started the podcast. Like, do you want to, you can explain. I feel like I'm talking a bit much. I just talk all the time. So why, like, what made you want to start it? You?
I just want to talk more about like lifestyle, health, and I just think like people always have like this weird expectation that you have to be so much older to start a podcast. And it's like, why would you not want to connect with your audience? Like who you're literally targeting?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're literally targeting like the people that you want to speak to. And I feel like people are roughly my age, and it's usually people who are quite lost, or they don't know how to start the gym, or they want to do a prep, or they just want to eat healthy, or they want a better mindset.
Or open a business.
It's literally anything.
Yeah.
And they're scared that people around the same age as them are going to judge them. They're scared that they're not going to be good enough. It's literally everything. Like when you're young, it's like when you see someone else young do it, or like doing it, it's inspiring. Exactly.
And it'll make them think like, well, not even them think. I just want to almost like show people as well, like you said before, we're no different. Exactly. Like if you want to do something, you can do it. And it's like you said, everyone has this like perception on a podcast of like, you have to be experienced. You have to have all this stuff. It's like, no, you don't.
Does everyone have it figured out?
No.
Exactly.
I've never done a podcast before in my life. This is my first time. This is your first time as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best thing about the podcast, I think, is the value you can get and provide to someone. And that's why also I do YouTube as well. YouTube is a visual version of it. But then like this, like someone could be in their car just driving somewhere, listening. And like podcast is a good way to constantly like be reminding yourself of, there are people out doing stuff.
Or like people similar your age are doing things
and their mindset.
Or like you're not alone at your age.
Yeah.
Because I felt very alone at school. I felt like no one understood me at school. So I felt like I always had to rely on myself, which is not a bad thing. But it led me to like pushing people away because I could not trust people because they switched up on me when I was.
Yeah.
So it's like you're only good enough if you're better.
Fitting in with the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like teaching people like if you could be in school right now, you might not be in school, but you might be at uni, but you might not like uni. You might not get along with people. You don't feel like you fit in. You don't have to fit in.
And it's okay to feel like I feel like a lot of people when they finish school, there's 2 paths they dealt with the trade. Like in my eyes, it's like this is how school pushes you. You're dumb, you don't do ATAR, go to a trade, bro. Or you're hell smart, go to uni, right? Both of those directions, cool, that is fine. That is not a stupid way to go. But a lot of people go those ways because they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. Yeah. So like they will just randomly choose, like a lot of people are very, like me, I was very lost at a school. I just jumped into a trade that I had no interest in just because it was like a safety net. But I had no one my age like doing this kind of stuff until I really like digged into like, I don't know, like social media. And I saw like Trey, he was like a Gold Coast guy. He's like 22-ish doing stuff. And then I saw all these people and I'm like, oh, there are people my age, like a little bit older doing this stuff. And I think that's the best thing about the podcast is like, you can portray that message a lot through like being in someone's ear a lot and like telling them like this is how we think and this is what we're going to do. And like, if you think like this, you're not alone, because it can't. And that transition, fuck that transition shit. I think we're still in that transition now.
What?
Where when you're trying to like build a business and you feel like no one understands you.
Yeah.
You don't have many friends. I wouldn't say I've got many friends at all. And it's also like you're very alone in this path, because not a lot of people want to pursue this. And anyone watching this podcast, clearly they have that in them. Like they want to pursue more.
Yeah.
Like that's why they're listening to this.
They know that there's something better for them.
Yeah.
And like that fire inside you is what you have to keep a hold of.
And not be afraid to be alone, because we are doing this and we're alone. We don't have many friends, Malia.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
we really
like,
don't. If your goals in life and what you want out of life is to go, like, have fun, go party, go travel, right? I guarantee the closest 5 people to you will be doing the same thing.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter the age of your friends either.
What I'm trying to get at is, like, if you are around my age, which is like 20-ish, in that range, or even like 16, right? It can feel lonely as fuck, man, when you're trying to chase a dream, because like this, or trying to own a business, or trying to run a clothing brand, because no one at this age is trying to do it. But even at like 30 and 40, no one's trying to do it, because it's like, what do you have to believe in? Fuck all, bro. You just have to believe in nothing and just be like, yeah. And like, I listen to podcasts all the time because of this reason, where I feel like I'm connected to the person on the podcast. I'm like, oh, I'm not alone when I think like that. Or like, I was very insecure when I was younger, and then me getting me in the gym is what made me get confident. So someone that is insecure that hasn't done that, then they're like, okay, I've felt that insecurity. Maybe this is how I fix it.
It's more like you're talking to a friend, or like you had that comfort from a friend.
Yeah.
Through the podcast.
Through the podcast, yeah.
I kind of wish that I had something like that younger. And that's why, I don't know, I guess you start YouTube, because you wish that you had the knowledge that you knew now.
And I wish that I had someone my age trying to do stuff, so I had like someone to
look up to.
Yeah, I know it's not like I don't want people looking up to me, but I just want people to be inspired by what we're doing. As in take it
as inspiration.
Yeah, and it's not, you don't have to be some social media bloke. You don't have to be like it doesn't have to do anything to do with that. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I guess the main reason I wanted to start a podcast is just to show the behind the scenes of motion, like what's going on, what's next, what's happening. We're gonna be bringing people on that embody the motion, like mindset and the
people
motion.
Who have like done things.
Not necessarily done things, but just embody the mindset and the lifestyle of motion, which is
done
live
things
with
like,
purpose.
Not so much like done things, but have countered setbacks and push forward.
Exactly.
To create momentum and have motion, essentially.
Yeah. Like, so anyone that, like, we will be bringing people on here to then help other people listening to this, like, and we're going to get other people that have gone through controversy but stuck to their vision and achieve something.
Yeah. Like
the people that embody the motion mindset of like, just have motion towards that. Like, and so we're going to be doing stuff like that. We're going to be talking about the behind the scenes of motion. Everything will be disclosed on this podcast. And it's just going to be raw, authentic, what we think, what we say. Like, this shit is not scripted. We did not sit here and script this whole pod. We just winged it. Like, we wrote a couple of dot points on like what we're going to talk about. Quite frankly, we've went completely off topic the whole time. Literally. But I think it's better.
Yeah, I know.
Just talking instead of being like, okay, we're going to talk like this, like this, like this, like this. Like, just going to make it real. Just talk. If people listen, people listen. If people don't, they don't.
Yeah,
cool.
That's it.
That's it. But yeah, I think there's so much value in a podcast, man.
Especially to an audience that you want to inspire.
Mm-hmm. That's it. That's why we invested all this time and money into this, because it's like, you show that you take it seriously, people will take you seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we've done all this, so people take us seriously, and they're like, oh, okay, they're actually trying to like make this a good podcast. Like, I don't want to just like, I don't know, set my MacBook up, put some DJI mics on my freaking camera and then talk shit, with like no background, no effort, no nothing. Like, I'd rather do it properly and go all in. Like, you watch every single week, every single Monday morning, there will be a episode on this podcast every Monday morning. Like, every Sunday night, there is always an episode from me on YouTube. Yeah. Every single Sunday night, I will not miss a day, because I will just, like, that's what you've got to do. Just
same time, consistency.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my main reason to start the podcast, and obviously yours as well. Just provide as much value as possible. Yeah, it's better than music, man. Because music's like, yeah, it's cool, like when you're in the gym and stuff, but it's like, I would rather learn than not. Yeah, that's basically what the Motion podcast will be about.
Yeah.
And what we're going to talk about. But yeah, where do you see motion in a year? Where do you reckon? I'm not asking. I'm gonna throw that at you. That was just random, but I just want to know where you see it.
What, like
What would you envision
everything?
motion being in a year? Put it that way.
It's very hard.
It is. It's very hard. If you asked yourself a year ago today, when you just finished prep, would you be running a brand? Would you be running a podcast?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I ask myself where I'm like, holy shit, I would never be here.
Yeah. Where would you want motion?
Where would I want it?
Yeah.
I want to have like a coaching platform in a year's time. I want to have a good community of people, and I want to hopefully have 100 people listening to this.
Oh, that's easy. I reckon that's achievable.
I know.
More than that. I don't know how hard it is with podcasts.
I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know with podcasts, but like even YouTube.
10K subs on YouTube.
You want 10K?
Next year. 10K subs on YouTube. That's
I want at least 100.
Bro, you can get 100. That is lowballing yourself, Malia. What? Even I've got 200.
I've got 20 right now.
Yeah, but it's alright.
In 4 episodes.
What, you reckon in 12 months?
I'm literally so famous.
You reckon in 12 months you're going to get 100? 10K. I'm going 10K.
Alright, I'm going 500.
No, you can do more. There's no way. No, I don't know. I just see motion. Like I said, anyone listening to this, I'm going to put you on some game right now. Right? No, I am. What's next for motion?
Go on, tell us.
We're going to be hosting events. We've got a drop coming, the athletic drop.
Okay, well, we know that, but what do you see in a year's time?
A year's time?
Yeah.
I reckon I see motion, like I say, on the stories all the time. It's going to be a movement. So I see it as a movement. It's going to be a community of people that wear this shit and feel like I've got motion when I wear this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
or even when you're having a hard day, it's almost like, okay, what can I do today? Like, what motion can I put in place today?
I think my main thing, though, is having events. That's my main thing. I want to be at the point where we're the face of Perth. This is big. I'm talking big. I don't care. I'm going to say, anyone listening to this, like, I will be the face of Perth. I don't know if it's in a year. I'd want it to be in a year. But this motion will be the face of Perth. I want it to be like a community. Because there's nothing like that in Perth. There's
no
like,
community in Perth.
Real like community. I want to build a community where it's like everyone that is a part of motion always about it and is going after it. Imagine that. Imagine if you had a hub where it's like everyone that represents this brand and is with this movement and is on this mission is about it. Imagine how many more people would chase their dreams if there was actually something like that in Perth. Because there is fuck all in Perth. There is nothing here.
No.
Like, there's a couple people that have done good stuff, yes, but not in the way that I view good. Like they've been successful, but that's not my version of success. My version of success is how many people can I impact in Perth. So I want 10K subs on YouTube. I want 10K on Instagram over. And this is not to have more of a following. It's to have more of an impact. I just want more people to see and believe in the mission of motion and live with purpose. I want more people to have that. And I feel like the more people I reach, the more people I can inspire.
Yeah.
So people liking and sharing and doing all this stuff, like, yeah, it's cool and it boosts my engagement, but I'm looking at it as like, now more people are going to see this and more people are going to be impacted. Like, that's my thing. Because everyone listening to this, you are a part of motion.
Yeah.
We were set on moving to Gold Coast because we were like, I don't remember we were talking about it, like, let's move to Gold Coast and do this shit. But
I still probably want to in the near future.
I don't know, man.
I reckon we can make wait Perth. And see.
I reckon we can make Perth into something. I mean, no one's done it. That's what I mean. The risk is very high, but I feel like if we move to Gold Coast, there's a bit of a fast track, like a bit, because there's a lot more of a community like that over there. A lot more people that.
I'm just talking about like new scene.
New scene.
Yeah,
I guess.
But like even Perth would be a completely different scene. Like I'd love to live in the city.
Yeah. But like the vibe of Gold Coast is a lot more lively than Perth.
Yeah, like I'd love to wake up and the beach is right there, and you're in the city. That is like perfect.
But that's what Gold Coast is.
That's what I mean.
It's on the city, yeah.
But yeah, we didn't even talk about the clothing drop.
We can. Why can't we? That's what I was going to. I was like, but then you kind of.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you wanted it to be like really long.
I don't care. We'll talk about it. So obviously we've got our clothing drop coming, like end of Jan, start of Feb-ish there. That's when our next clothing drop will be. Most people that follow us on Instagram will have seen what we're doing. We've got hats coming. We've got 2 shirts coming. like 2 different color
Different
shirts.
colors. They're not even. It's like.
It's cream.
It's like this cream.
It's like a cream and black,
like a
and then a
cream.
washed black and
Yeah.
black, like a washed grey and black.
And then the singlets are black and
Black
white.
and white, yeah.
And then we're doing a community event.
And we're going to give out unreleased stuff to every single person that shows up to that community event. And I'm not going to tell you about that yet because, like I said, I'm not going to say something and not do it. It's going to happen, but I just need to figure out when, where, and how.
Yeah.
Once I figure that out, you guys will be informed.
It's in Perth, in WA.
Yeah, it'll be in WA.
Yeah.
It'll definitely be here, obviously. I don't really think we have a big enough following over east yet, or like enough of like a community over there yet. But yeah, every person that shows up to these events will run 2 before we drop. We'll get unreleased stuff and be a part of Motion early, and it'll be our first event. So obviously, I just want to give away as much value as I can, and I want people.
Everyone who shows up gets something for free.
100%, because they deserve to, because they're just showing up to support us
Exactly.
and help us get bigger. So like we did with the clothing, the Founders Club t-shirts, hand delivered them to literally every person the next day. If you ordered a shirt, you know you got that the next day because we delivered it to every single person.
And if you didn't, message us.
Yeah, please message me. No, you definitely did.
Yeah,
we know
100%.
that we got heaps of messages.
But
off
no,
it and
yeah.
stuff. But that took like what, 3-4 hours? Just going around like delivering them to everyone. But I just wanted everyone to get it the next day. And the amount of messages I got of people like, bro, quick delivery next day. I'm like,
literally.
yeah, we literally did it ourselves because I want everyone to
To
get
have
it. And
it.
even on this next drop, I'll probably do the same thing. Everyone
Yeah,
local,
100%.
I'm just going to go hand deliver it to them. Like, I will just get it to you the next day. I want you to get it as quick as you can.
Yeah.
And we'll still write personalised cards to every single
100%.
person. I don't know why people don't do that, man. Like,
No, I
how
get
much
it.
better is that when you open something and it's like, this has been written to you. Like,
Did
you
people
are,
say anything about the handwritten stuff that we read?
yeah,
Yeah. That's
quite a lot of, well, like people were posting it as on their story and posting the card next to it and like saying like what you wrote to me was like hell good, like hell cool.
Yeah. So it's just so personal.
Because every person that buys, you're not a number.
Exactly.
You're a part of Motion
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
And it's like
having that from like us telling you like thank you and
Yeah.
like
it makes you feel a part of it.
exactly.
Not just like, oh cool, yeah, here's a bag.
Yeah, here's a bag.
Take your shirt.
With a motion card.
Cheers for your money, bro.
Yeah.
See you on the next drop kind of thing. Nah, that's not what it's like. I think we will write messages to everyone until it gets to the point where it's like, okay, now we're literally spending an entire day, which we spent an entire day on our first drop doing it basically. But I mean like,
And we even wrote everyone's name on the card.
I'll still do that now.
Yeah.
But I mean like, I think it's just when it gets to the point where it's like, it is just impossible.
Yeah,
Like-
it's like to the point where it's like, but I think it's a long, long time before that even happens.
Yeah, I would do it where I'm up from 6 a.m. till fucking 10 at night writing
Yeah.
to every single person.
Yeah.
Because I know the impact of every single person getting that is going to be way greater. And I'm willing to invest a whole day of just going ham and writing on that to every person so they get that feeling when they get that shirt, when they get that hoodie, or when they get that, all that stuff. But yeah, that's basically where I see Motion and what's going to happen next with Motion. Community event, new drop, end of January, start of Feb, roughly in between there. Not 100% exactly sure when it will be, but it will be around there. And you guys will know if you follow us on Instagram because that ad campaign is going to go crazy, bro. I'm going to go even harder this time on it. People loved it, eh?
Yeah, it was good. It's different. Like,
Yeah. But
no one does it.
Nah, no one does. No one puts... I will put everything
No
into
one
this.
puts effort into their
Nah.
ads.
It's not even... It wasn't even an ad.
No,
Look at
I
it
know,
before.
but like-
10K. Almost got 10K views. We didn't even... I didn't pay for any advertising for Motion.
And it will never be done.
I don't think I'll ever pay for advertising. Anyone that doesn't want to see this product,
No.
I'm not going to let you see it. I don't want to pay. Maybe in the future to scale the business. I don't know. Like I can't really say that, but I think for the next at least 3-4 years, we will never pay for an ad. I don't want anyone to get Motion forced in their face if they don't want it. If you don't want to buy a shirt, don't buy it. Cool. Don't force yourself because it's like we only want people that embody this mindset and this like livelihood to wear it anyway. If you're not like, if you don't want to be a part of it that bad, then clearly it's not really a brand for you. And that's okay. Because this is not a brand for everyone. I don't think there should be a brand like Nike. Nike is for athletes, right? Not every person in the world is going to like Nike.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Everyone's got their preference.
Everyone has yeah, exactly. Maybe someone look at our shirts and be like, that's ugly, but cool. And other people look at it and go, that looks good.
Yeah, you know.
And they're the people we're targeting.
Yeah,
We're not,
you know, yeah.
Yeah. Or like, I love the vibe and the mindset and the culture behind this brand. I want to support and invest in this brand. Cool. If you don't want to, then don't. That's why I'm weird about ads because I'm just throwing it out to people that don't even organically want anything to do with this brand. And I respect, because how annoying is that? Scrolling on social media and bang, just a brand pops up. You're just scrolling straight past it. You don't care.
But it's also like, is it like a good thing as well to like get people to see our message who might be struggling?
That's what I mean in the future. Like, it's like kind of like
yeah.
when you, I don't know, like to like, I guess
I don't really know that much about ads to really like.
But I don't think in the next like couple of years, I don't think I'll be touching ads for sure. I just think I'll just be cruising.
Well, I just think like I mean, the phones are so smart now.
And
if you're scrolling Instagram, you're going to get something pop up that you're interested in.
Yeah.
Without even
and
having
word of
an
mouth
advert.
marketing as well. Like people telling, oh, like you heard about this, you heard about that. Like that's why I think like if someone wants to follow motion, they will, and they will eventually find out about it if they do.
Because that's like every single person that I followed.
Yeah.
It's been through my Explore page.
And you resonate with them, and you resonate with the message. And if someone doesn't resonate with our message, that's cool. I'm not going to pay to be on your For You page for the rest of my life. That's not my goal. But yeah, it's been the first podcast. I don't know how long it will be. Probably around 40, 50 minutes, I'd say.
Yeah.
I hope you felt inspired or felt something good off this first podcast. It was literally just winging it and just sending it and seeing what we can do. But yeah, it's been fun. I appreciate you if you've made it to the end. What do you want to say? You want to say anything?
I don't know.
Finish it off.
Finish it off?
Yeah, go on.
What do I say?
Just say what you want to say to everyone listening.
No, I'm excited for
Yes.
it to see where we're going to go and I don't really know what else to say really, but that's the first episode.
Yeah, first episode of the Motion Podcast. I hope you've enjoyed.
After 2 months of setup.
Yeah, no shit. But anyways, new episodes every Monday at 7 o'clock. We'll see you on the next one.
In the morning.
And as always, chase your dreams, motherfuckers, because anything is possible when you have motion. And I'll see you on the next one.